Hello and welcome again. Liverpool were stunned 3-0 by Atalanta in a Europa League quarter-final collapse that could prove to be Jurgen Klopp's last European night at Anfield. This competition offers the chance to bring the curtain down on the Germans' reign with a European trophy on May 22, but their hopes of making the Dublin showpiece are in jeopardy. Liverpool lacked creativity and coherence in the first leg of a quarter-final that Atalanta are in complete control of heading back to. Bergamo, thanks to Gianluca Scamacca's brace and a late Mario Pasalic goal, it represented the Reds' first Anfield loss since falling to Real Madrid last February and compounded the Premier League hopefuls' potentially costly 2-2 draw at bitter rivals Manchester United on Sunday. Harvey Elliott had hit the woodwork before Scamacca's first-half shot squirmed past Kevin Kelleher, who was beaten again by the former West Ham striker after Liverpool had started the second half brightly. Livid Klopp bellowed and waved his arms as he called on fans to lift the flat Anfield atmosphere. But this was Atalanta's night and Pasalic wrapped up an unforgettable triumph for the visitors. The warning signs had been there for Liverpool from the start. Elliott appeared to be fouled, but Atalanta were allowed to continue forward in the third minute, with the ball eventually falling for Pasalic to take a shot from 6 yards that Kelleher saved with his face. Liverpool reacted with Darwin Núñez bursting through to test Juan Musso before Alexis Mac Allister lashed over as an open start continued. Atalanta looked up for the fight, producing some lovely free-flowing moves, but the Reds were finding gaps, with Núñez scooping wide poorly when slipped through. A lull in play was followed by a stunning Elliott effort from wide on the right of the box, with his curling strike clipping the underside of the bar and hitting the far post. A similar, albeit more wayward, attempt by Curtis Jones followed before Atalanta silenced Anfield in the 38th minute. Davide Zappacosta, the marauding former Chelsea defender, sent in a low cross for Scamacca to hit a first-time shot that squirmed past Kelleher in front of the flagless cop. Gian Piero Gasparini's men kept up the pressure before halftime and should have grabbed a second in stoppage time. Martin de Roon won possession at the halfway line, leading to one Marshall Tun. Koopmeiners being sent through to be blocked by onrushing Kelleher. There were some groans at the break, from which Liverpool returned with Mohamed Salah, Andrew Robertson, and Dominic Szoboszlai. The introductions brought an initial improvement and after Virgil van Dijk headed over from a corner, Salah was blocked by de Roon before then being stopped by Musso. Núñez lifted over and saw an unorthodox header caught as Liverpool continued to knock at the door, only to be hit by Atalanta again in the 60th minute. An all-too-simple pass down the right to Charles de Ketelaere caught Liverpool napping, with Ibrahima Konate and Joe Gomez leaving Scamacca free in the middle to score with a measured first-time finish. Atalanta were nearly celebrating a third just minutes later, but Koopmeiners could only strike across the face of goal. Liverpool looked lost as they tried to pull one back, with their celebrations at reducing the deficit in the 79th minute short-lived as Salah strayed offside from Robertson's pass. Just 4 minutes later the mood darkened further as Szoboszlai's mistake allowed Atalanta to break, with Scamacca slipping in Ederson to see a shot saved and Pasalic follow up in front of the away fans, leaving Liverpool a mountain to climb. As the final whistle blows at Anfield Stadium, it's clear that both teams gave it their all. Liverpool dominated possession throughout the match, with a staggering 70% of the ball, but Atalanta's resilience and strategic play kept them in the game. In the dying moments of the match, Atalanta fans held their breath as Liverpool launched a series of potentially dangerous attacks, desperately trying to find the equalizer. But it was Atalanta who emerged victorious, satisfied with their performance up to that point. Throughout the game, there were moments of brilliance from both sides. Atalanta's Mario Pasalic capitalized on an easy opportunity in the 83rd minute, scoring the only goal of the match with a clinical finish. Liverpool's Mohamed Salah came close with a header that went wide in the 89th minute, leaving the home fans on the edge of their seats. The match was not without its controversies, with several VAR checks adding to the tension. At 90 minutes, Liverpool thought they had found the back of the net, only for the goal to be disallowed after a VAR review. But perhaps the most captivating aspect of the game was the relentless back-and-forth action in the midfield, with both teams vying for control of the ball. Liverpool's relentless pressing and Atalanta's swift counterattacks kept spectators on the edge of their seats until the final whistle. In the end, it was Atalanta who walked away with the victory, their fans celebrating a hard-fought win against a formidable opponent. As the players leave the pitch, the excitement lingers in the air, leaving fans eagerly anticipating the next chapter in this thrilling rivalry.